So there are these things called Ubers, which, they're pretty hard to get a hand of because, they're rare and they're legendary and they are hiding in caves and such things. But thanks to the benefactory nature of one of my subscribers who doesn't want to be mentioned, but I will thank him greatly anyway, I have obtained myself many an Uber, as you may see. And Steve was on Twitter and he was like, "Do you want a battle?" And I was like, "Do you have Ubers?" And he was like, "Give me 15 minutes." And I was like, "I can wait 15 minutes." And so I did, and then he brought this team, which isn't really an Uber's team, but he has Thunderous and Genesect, which were both Uber's last gen. He's got Sableye, which is a pain in the ass in general, and Terrachion's just a threat, alongside his main Uber, which is Lugia. But, I thought, I've got to get a game with these guys, so that's what's happening. Also, I'm on the other side, by the way. I'm the one using the Ho-Oh, just in case you didn't notice that. That's the reason, because he recorded this, and I thought I might as well just take it instead of getting someone else to record it for me. So, yes, I know I can live a Thunderous's hit no matter what, even if it is a Thunder, because Ho-Oh has special defense, which is ridiculous, just utterly unfair, and as you can see, that did nothing to me with the Thunderbolt. Added to the fact, he brings in Genesect, which doesn't get the special attack boost, I think it got the attack raise, meaning that it can't kill me with the T-Bolt, and I'm able to roost off the damage, get myself back up to a respectable amount, to where I can live another one, and then kill him with a Sacred Fire, and that's kind of the plan we're going with here. So, he sees that it's definitely not going to be working in his favor if he keeps staying in and trying to do that, so he's going to switch to his Sableye. Unfortunately, I'm not getting the burn here, which, the thing with Sacred Fire is that, ironically, it just doesn't get the burn for me as much as, I get Scald burn. But, that is also a case of seeing Scald a lot more often, and therefore having a higher chance probability to see it do things like burning, which is just one of those things. It's just frequency of use, one might say, but regardless, I don't get it on the second one either, which if I had, I would have been able to finish him off thanks to the burn damage, but ends up that he wants to recover there, and I know that because Brave Bird is more powerful, I think it's base 120 as opposed to Sacred Fire's 100, I'm able to clean KO him from that range, even though he recovered up to the point where he would have lived a Sacred Fire, he cannot live a Brave Bird. But now comes Lugia, and although Ho-Oh has pretty much been demolishing his team thus far, Lugia presents a unique problem in the fact that it is a fucking bitch. So, this thing obviously has multi-scale, and apparently he's running a Calm Mind one as well, which means that killing this is going to be less than easy, one might say. I actually forget about multi-scale, which is why I went into Kyogre thinking, Thunder could do a good amount. I'm like, oh yeah, that did a good amount, I can kill it with another one probably after the Calm Mind or whatever. But I forget that, multi-scale is in fact intact, and that he actually got critted there, so that's definitely not a great thing. If I stay in here, then well, he's just gonna keep roosting, and you can see that Thunder's doing absolutely nothing now, so I need to switch. And I go back to Ho-Oh, which I probably should have stayed in with in the first place, because then the rain wouldn't have been up, and I maybe would have got a burn with the Sacred Fire, and then smash him with some Brave Bird. Would have been nicer, would have been a better situation, but turns out that he gets up +2, and I'm basically forced to smash him with my physical dude. So I have this, I have a Rayquaza, I have an Arceus, so I do have ample supply of physical attackers to deal with this thing, but it's going to take some time, man, because Arceus, Lugia is a giant wall. On Smogon they had that set called the Great Wall, and that is exactly what it is. It is the Great Wall of Pokemon. It just doesn't die, so Brave Bird does a decent amount, actually, more than I kind of expected, and unless he's going to be roosting here, he probably should have roosted there, honestly, because Recoil would have killed me, but he ends up just going for the T-Bolt, which maybe would have netted him more HP in the long run. I'm not quite sure how it would have worked out, but I'm basically forced to go to Darkrai, and my Darkrai isn't scarfed. For some reason he said it was scarfed in his narration, but no, it's not. It's I think it's just a Life Orb or something. No, I can't remember what I gave it, but it's not scarfed. It is it's just fast. Darkrai is fast, and that's something that you should keep in mind because it outspeeds and puts things to sleep. But my main basically goal here is to keep him asleep to the point at which I can go into Rayquaza, use a Banded Outrage, and finish him off before he has a chance to do anything. Unfortunately, he gets a second turn Wake, meaning that he's able to Aeroblast me, but I do live it, just because there is, I'm guessing that he hasn't put a lot of investment into his special attack, and he only has the +2 to run off, so Rayquaza just is able to take the hit, and thankfully the Banded Outrage is able to finish him off, but it does leave me a sitting duck, or one might say a sitting snake, writhing in the air, as Genesect can easily revenge kill me with an Ice Beam with the Scarf and everything. And yeah, nothing I could do. I was locked into Outrage, couldn't switch, so just the end there for Rayquaza, unfortunately. I usually keep him for end game. You know, I used to when I was running the team on Black and White with Arceus and Rayquaza, the Extreme Speed duo, which I like to flaunt, and that's exactly what I'm doing with this team. So, go into Kyogre, and I'm going for Thunder, basically because it hits everything on his team remaining, and I don't want to miss Hydro Pump, which is basically, you know, because I have this horrible thing with Hydro Pump, but I do die to the Terrakion, but I am going to go into Xerneas thinking that I should be able to get off a Geomancy here. Geomancy, oh yes, because that's how you pronounce it. Get the Power Herb and become fully charged. And this, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is a threat and a dangerous thing in general overall. So you should all be afraid because it's coming for you. And it can do some decent work in Ubers. Unfortunately, didn't really get the moves that it needed to utterly destroy everything, but still real good. But the thing about Steve is he actually brought Talonflame to this Ubers match, which was a kind of pretty good stroke of you know, intellect, one might say, because Talonflame with its priority is actually able to outspeed a huge amount of things and can stop things which are going to sweep, like my Xerneas. Unfortunately for him, he's not running the Brave Bird variety, he's running the Acrobatics one instead, meaning that my Xerneas is in fact able to live that hit, go for the T-Bolt to take it out, and then finally finish off the Genesect, which I can outspeed because of the +2 speed from the Geomancy with my Focus Blast and end the game. So a cool game actually, even though he didn't really have a team that could match up to mine per se. It was still fun, and Lugia was an ample threat to the point at which I actually had to do some work to get around it, which was cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll certainly try and get some more Ubers games, though obviously there's not really Pokebank free for everyone right now, and not many people have access to it, so getting these guys is very tough currently, but you know, I'll try and find some people and get some stuff up. But I hope you enjoyed. If you did and you would like to see more Ubers matches, then leave a like, that is appreciated, and maybe we'll get Yveltal in next time. I actually have one, I need to EV it, and I'll get that sorted, and we'll see how he fares in this meta game. So until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.